Hello, it's Bree, and welcome to Into the Story. As we get closer to the holidays, I know that many of you might be getting ready to travel, spending time with family and friends, or maybe just taking a moment to slow down. So today I wanted to share something a little bit different. A light and fun conversation that I had with my friend Charlie Baxter from the British English podcast. We talked about how we first met, what it was like when he and his wife came to visit me in Barcelona, and how our online friendship turned into a real life connection. So if you're looking for something easy to listen to, whether you're walking, cooking, maybe packing a suitcase, or you just need a little break, this one is for you. Okay, let's get into my conversation with Charlie.
Hello, you doing all right today?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. It was 9 a.m. for me when you asked to start the recording, and that was a bit early for me, to be honest. But you get up really early, don't you?
I get up really early. We know these things about each other
We do.
because you came to visit me. And I knew that 9 o'clock would be a bit early, but I thought, you know what? It's just the time that it has to be. So he can make a bit of an effort.
Exactly. Yeah, you let me into your home. I've got to do at least that. But it is 10 a.m. for you, I will just add. But, we'll move on. I think we should go back to a year ago where
Okay,
we met.
let's do it.
So how did we meet? What was the reason? Can you remember?
Yeah, I reached out to you and I said, "Hey Charlie, I listened to your podcast. It's super cool. Let's talk.
Okay.
Could you come on and tell a story? My
Okay.
podcast to tell a story."
Yes. And
Yeah.
so I told a story and we worked together on building that story. And that
Yes.
story was all around, not shame.
No, no, it was not about shame, but it's very interesting that that's how you remember it. In fact, let me tell you, the story was about making mistakes and how do we handle those mistakes. Most of us, when we make a mistake, we just want to cover it up and forget it, I think. And actually, when we make a mistake, we need to just be like, "Hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. And is how I'm going to make it better." And you told a very funny story. And you really tried to cover it up at first. And it really got you in a funny situation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Loved that story.
that was very
Um,
stressful. I would encourage everybody to go and listen to that on your show. So Into the Story is the show. And do you know the episode that they could search?
I will get you the link, but
Okay.
I think they'll enjoy it, and I think it was through probably working on that story that we became closer friends. Because I think when you tell a personal story, you actually show a lot of who you are and you tell little things about yourself. Through that, I got to know about your wife before actually having met her, and got to know a little bit more of your personality, your humor style as well. You tell the story with so much humor. So,
Kind of you. Yeah, I agree though. The process of working out a story is a very personal experience. And yeah, we definitely bonded in a way that I wouldn't necessarily with somebody who just comes on to share some travel stories in the moment and then they leave the show. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So then we kept in contact
mhm.
and then I don't know how it came about. I think Stacey, because you were speaking to my wife Stacey as well, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So Stacy helped me with something. She was kind enough to give me some of her time. And I probably mentioned, "Hey, guys, if you ever come to Barcelona, I'm here." And then when I met your wife, I was like, "Oh, she's cool. She's so nice. I would love for them to come and visit." So I was like, "Hey, if you ever want to come, we have a place. Come stay with us." And I think
I see. I
that
see.
was
So
the seed.
it was Stacey that got us there, not me.
That was
But okay,
I mean,
yeah.
come
I mean,
on, come
I
on.
remember she got off the call and she said, "Oh, Bree's got a lovely place in Spain," and she said we could go visit them. So I was a little bit like, "That'd be amazing," because I really like getting away from London in the winter. But there was something that I was just a bit nervous about, being that we had only met each other online. Like, what if you don't like us there? I don't know. It's just a bit. It's very trusting, I suppose, to let
It
somebody into
is.
your home.
Yeah, it's it's very true. It's now we people like you and I who work completely remotely, we a lot of the people we collaborate with, we only know each other online,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Which is really cool. It's really cool to meet someone in this type of space, of course, like professional domain, but then also only through, online meetings. So then, like, crossing and saying, "Hey, why don't you, like, come to my house?" And it's not only that it's just me living in my house. I have a husband and 2 small children. It's, like, a big thing. So it
Yeah,
is like I think we're not used to having to trust like that or trusting like that.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah, you were welcoming us not only into your physical house, but also your family, and
Mhm.
that was lovely. But yeah, I was slightly apprehensive about saying yes for your sake, I think.
Oh, no. Not at all, not at all. But let's
But
go to what about you? What from your side, was Stacy, like, totally like, "Yeah, let's go for sure"? Or was she like, "That's a bit weird, Charlie"?
I think we're very snobby with like where we want to stay. We've had some horrendous house sits in the past where we look after dogs, and some of the places are like penthouses, and we're like, we're living here for free. This is amazing. And then one of them was like a hoarder's house. It was
Oh
it
my
was
god.
horrendous. We got bed bugs. There were cockroaches everywhere. There were probably about 100 cockroaches in the kitchen every time we went in.
Oh my god.
And when we went to stay, the lady was like, "Oh yeah, just smush them with your thumb." That was her solution to that.
And you
So we
thought I was gonna be that lady.
no,
You
no,
were like,
but
"Bree is totally that one."
we've rolled the dice before and we've lost, so we've been a bit hesitant. So now we're quite snobby. And then you sent us the link to your Airbnb. We're like, "Oh my god, this is gorgeous!" So we flew over, and then yeah, we met your family, and your boys are so welcoming. They're just so like, okay, you're part of the family. Let's go and let's explore the whole house and show you everything straight away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember when you were when it was the week of your arrival, I was watching the weather, hoping that it would be like nice weather for you. But as soon as you got here, it got cold. I remember it started getting pretty chilly. The day you arrived, it was nice. I remember my boys, we were cooking dinner. My boys were like waiting, like, when are they going to be here? Kept
Oh,
checking.
I've got a question. What did you
Yeah,
tell them about us? Like, what did they know
right.
of us?
That's important. So I told them that I have friends coming. And when I have friends coming, usually it's really close friends that they will, or like my family that they will like go downstairs in the morning and like get into bed with type of friends.
Wow.
So I was like, they're really close friends, but it's a friend that mommy works with and they're coming to have a holiday and enjoy themselves and they're going to be alone sometimes. So I really like tried to put the limits around personal space.
Yeah, they did
And
like coming down and interacting with us, but
mhm.
they were good. They didn't get into bed with us.
But it could have happened. They could have also entered in through, like, the bathroom when you were having a shower or something. That's happened before.
Actually,
So
I think it right at the beginning, I nipped down, and your husband went down to get something from the kitchen, and he went back through the bathroom, and I was doing a wee. Oh, hang on,
we just met
we
too
just
fast.
yeah.
I really remember so the kids are waiting, for you to get there, and then you guys arrive. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be" like, in this moment when you meet someone for the first time that you've met online, right? It's
Right,
like, "Wow,
yeah,
I wonder what
yeah.
this is gonna be like." And I just remember thinking that, and you rang the doorbell, you came, "Hey, how's it going?" I gave you a hug, I gave Stacey a hug, and I was immediately so relieved
What, just
because
from
you were both what I imagined, right? Like, when
okay.
you meet someone you don't know, maybe like, you're taller than I thought you were. Not that you look short
Come
online,
on. Someone
but I
else has
mean
said that. A student has
really?
said that who came to an immersion course. They were like, "Oh, you're a normal height."
Like, thinking that you're really short.
I
Maybe it's
don't know.
because
Yeah.
whenever you do a collaboration with someone, you try to make your bodies, like, in the right frame, right?
Oh,
So
I
that
see. So I should
right,
be
like
up here.
you should be like towering over me. So I was relieved because I like, oh, they're normal people. They're what I thought they were. So I was so relieved, immediately at ease. And then we shared dinner together, and we just, yeah, it was such a nice first night.
Yeah. I think quite soon after that, you said, do you want to go for a hike in the morning? And we've already established we get up at different times in the morning. But I felt like you were asking us to get up at 5 a.m. Was it 5 a.m.?
No, it was not 5 a.m., Charlie. Oh my gosh. Not
What,
crazy.
what
I
time
mean,
was
I
it?
wake up at 5 a.m., but I don't expect you to wake up. Well,
It was
it was
dark.
it was a sunrise hike.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was 7:30.
7.
Yeah, we left here. We left the house at 7:15.
Really? So yeah, we went on a hike and
Hmm.
my God, you can get up a hill.
I can get up a hill.
You really
It's good
can.
to be like small, you know? Your height doesn't help you like getting up mountains. Before we went, Stacy did mention that you can complain when it comes when it comes to hiking.
Yeah, I like a hike as long as there's a good view. And if it's a bit slow and we're just looking at our feet the whole time, I sometimes think, what's the point? What's the point in this? But you did go at such a pace that it wasn't slow. And you took us in a route that was genuinely, I was fearing for my life at times. Like there were moments where we were going over these bridges where we could have
Yeah,
fallen to our death.
we
And
could have.
then on the way down as well, you were like a mountain goat. The way that you just like traversed down through these routes. If
Yeah,
I had
I
followed you, I would have not succeeded.
again, the height. You've got a higher center of gravity, and I'm just lower to the ground.
And you also forced a very unripened, what's the word? Unripened fig on me.
Oh my
You plucked
gosh.
it from the tree and you're like, yeah, I'm a local, have this fig. And it was gross. It was really bad.
That is not true. It was not gross, and we can speak about food later. I There was a fig, one was a little bit harder, one was a bit softer. And me, I eat figs, I eat the whole thing because you want to get the fiber,
Yeah.
right?
So you introduced us to your local friend, Spanish friend. So let's just clarify: you're Canadian by birth. You moved over 15 years ago. So you're
Mhm.
very immersed in the culture, but you're Canadian by birth. And then we met your Spanish friend, Maria, and we went on a hike with her. And she goes even faster than you.
She's insane.
She is insane. And then you told us to eat the whole fig. And then over your shoulder, when you were looking the other way, she was like, nah, don't.
Don't eat the whole thing.
She's like, we don't eat the whole thing. We do not eat the whole thing.
I don't know what to say. Maria obviously doesn't know that there's a lot of fiber in the skin of figs.
There's probably a lot of fiber in the skin. Do you eat the skin of the banana?
Well, we'll let people decide there. I mean, bananas definitely not. I think they actually put like some very terrible pesticides on bananas, but those figs
Oh,
were
right.
grown in nature in the hills of the Mediterranean Sea, and you obviously couldn't appreciate that delicacy.
No, I did drop it when you weren't looking. Yeah. But yeah, you took us back down and then we went for a nice coffee. First
Mhm.
cafe con leche in a while.
Right there in San Jaume, there on that terrace. I love that
Yeah.
terrace.
Yeah, it's lovely, lovely. And I can imagine you doing that on a weekly basis, doing that hike and then going for a coffee. I did hear something about Spanish coffee recently that I don't know if you have noticed, but I heard somebody complain about Spanish coffee. He was like, I've
Mm.
been to loads of coffee shops and I can see that they're doing it through the espresso machine. And then when I get it, it doesn't taste how I would expect an espresso to taste. And he said, since Second World War, apparently they rationed espresso beans or the bean, and they cut it with sugar. And when they roasted
Mm.
the
Claro.
the bean, the sugar burns, and so does the bean.
Mhm.
And this cuts it basically, so it's less potent. But over the post-war, the culture became used to that taste and held on to it. And apparently it's still around today. There's a word for it. It starts with a T. I can't remember it, but I might find it. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. This is a brand new story for me, but very interesting. I do know that when I buy coffee beans, there's two types.
Oh,
Actually,
is
you know
there?
what?
I've just found the word torrefacto.
I've never heard that word, but
No?
you said it very well. Good word.
Okay.
But I have seen on the shelves something, I think it's called mezclado, like mixed or something like that, and there is sugar in it. I have never bought it.
Mm,
But my theory, so when you go to a nice, well, let's say Italy, Italy has good coffee.
mm-hmm.
Most anywhere in Italy has good coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to a really hip cafe in Barcelona where they have, they measure the coffee, they have the perfect temperature, it's amazing.
Yes.
But in most what they call bars here, where you get a coffee, the machine is dirty. And when a machine gets dirty, it heats up too much and it burns the coffee and it starts tasting, it almost tastes like an ashtray. It tastes terrible and very bitter. And that's what most coffee will taste like for me, I'm sorry, in like a regular bar
Yeah.
in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
can second that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we had that
unfortunately.
lovely cup on the
Mixed
no.
mixed with milk, it's fine, right?
Yeah. 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 um, and then you took us on a really nice day. It was really fun. So you took us to the market, the
Yes.
locals market,
Yeah,
and
the farmer's
there's
market.
there's something about it also how we were chucked in your Jeep with your kids and you were just rolling down the narrow streets of the hills overlooking Barcelona and then into the local market and negotiating with the Spanish about the price of some salad or something like that and a rotisserie chicken. And then I really liked how community led it was because I saw how the boys just ran off and you were kind of fine with that.
I don't know. I don't know if that means something about my parenting.
Well, I really
But
liked
you're
your
right.
parenting style, but it's
Yeah.
very different to my sister's parenting style.
Yeah.
And they had this corner at the end of the market. Can you remember what was there?
Yes. So every other week at the market, they set up these like traditional games. They're all wood. For example, like a jumbo set of Who's Who. You know Who's Who, the game,
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Things like that, or things where like throwing a ball through I don't know, something. And here, all like the community, right? The market itself, they put together these types of events for families. And you'll find this a lot in all of Spanish culture, in all of Spanish towns and cities. A lot of the offer will be for families, very like wholesome, community-based activities. So that this
Liked
is
it.
true. Like Spain is
Yeah.
amazing for this to have a family.
It was also noticeable how it wasn't like capitalized. It wasn't like
Right. It's free.
put in a pound and then you get a minute on the machine. It was all
Mhm.
just, I don't know, people who have them at their home and then they bring them to the market. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure who organizes it. I'm sure it's probably paid for by the market in some way, but really, you'll find this in a lot of spaces. And even
Yeah.
in Barcelona, that's like a very, of course, Barcelona is driven by tourism. In the off season, you'll find a lot of these types of things that are catered towards families and just the community in general.
Yeah. And then what did we do after the market?
So after the market, we went to the beach. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
still a little you forgot I just remembered this. Okay, so even though it was getting cold, so it was mid-November, starting to be later November, it I am a believer that some cold water is good for the body. So I was like, "We're going in the water." Well, I said, "I'm going in. You guys do what you want."
Yes. But the thing that you missed, which was quite essential, was how to get in the water.
Okay, right. So where we were at the beach, there's some reef, okay? And there
Yeah.
were some waves. So
When you
to
say
get in,
reef, you
yeah.
mean rocks, like
I mean,
really dangerous rocks
yes.
that could break your ankle, snap your shins.
So it's like an old reef that's dead and it's covered in like slimy, very slippery
Slippery. Yeah.
moss. So then picture like waves coming, and
Sort of
I've done
waist
this
height waves crashing at you on that point. So
exactly.
yeah, terrible
That's
positioning.
what it's that's what it's like. So what you have to do is you have to wait until there's a little break in the waves, and then you have to, like, jump in and tread, like, very shallow until you get past the break. And I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't I
You did
didn't t
you didn't tell us.
explain
No, you were just like, "Come on, guys, let's go."
exactly.
Got
It's
your kit off
exactly
and off you went. And I followed suit and kind of was very close to, yeah, breaking my ankle, but managed to get over a wave and get in. I looked back and Stacey was like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this then."
Wait,
I
wait, wait.
didn't.
Before that, I saw so I got in and I saw Stacy standing there with her sunglasses, and I yelled, "No sunglasses."
Yeah.
Or I asked you to yell or something. She
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, yeah.
listen.
No,
She looks
she's
good
got
with the sunglasses.
no, but she's a mole without sunglasses. Like it was very sunny and she literally cannot see. She's got very sensitive eye. I don't know why.
Like, it
But
sounds like a very British thing, like, you don't see the sun and your eyes are just so sensitive. So
yeah,
poor Stacy was trying to get in.
yeah, she was
She was just getting beaten
tossed and
by
turned. She
by
was
the waves.
ragdolled around,
Yeah,
and
that's very true.
she did manage to come out, and then we spent some time relaxing in the freezing cold ocean. It was very refreshing. I was very happy, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed it. I was just worried about how Stacey would get back out, and she didn't do well. And I think she got out, and she was ragdolled again, and then got sand in her hair and everything. And then I was out before her, and I could see two Spanish people pointing and laughing like a comical kind of reaction to a skit or something. They were just. And she did not look good. I felt like if she was a celebrity, a paparazzi would have loved to
It
take
would have been
photos of her.
the perfect photo.
Yeah.
But she laughed about it, and she was
Yes,
like, "Oh, I'm glad we did that." And at
exactly.
least she was a little bit down the beach because we were with a little group of people, so they didn't see her.
That's true. That's true. Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's good to do it. And your slogan fits in well here.
Uh, you either have a good time or a good story to tell.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
So yeah, that was a fun day, and it was nice to kick it off like that because we bonded with your family very quickly through
Mhm.
yeah, going to the ocean, getting wet and the market and stuff, and then we came back and you introduced us to a Spanish omelette. That was a nice experience. Feel like you tried something new with that, didn't you?
Mhm. So a typical Spanish omelet, a traditional Spanish omelet will usually be, well, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna get myself in trouble here, but you peel the potato and then you slice it and you fry it. I did not do that. I peeled the potato and then I cut it in pieces, boiled it for some minutes, and then I lightly, like, kind of sautéed it. And that's what I did
Ah,
differently. That was the
okay.
big difference. I also used caramelized onions. So when you cook the onions on, like, low temperature for some time until they get delicious.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. Raoul, your husband, was the probably the connoisseur to be able to judge whether it was successful or not. Did he?
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah,
kick
he
up a
was
fuss?
he didn't rave about it, which is honest. It was fine.
It was
I would say, like, it was like a 6.5,
a
maybe
6.5.
7.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also his mother, of course, my mother-in-law is a very good,
Uh,
tortilla de patatas Spanish omelet maker, so I can't compare to that.
yeah. Is that quite hard to live up to sometimes?
Yes, I, made paella 2 nights ago. I made, like, a vegetarian paella instead of the typical, seafood paella, and I was so proud. I made it with ChatGPT, and because
Okay.
paella is very specific. Every ingredient needs to go in at the right time, and then the rice, it's almost like it has a mind of its own, and I was so impressed with myself, and he was like, "Yeah, it's good."
Oh,
I was like, "That's all?" He's like, "Yeah, it's good." I was like, "Okay, I'll take it." It's honest. But yeah.
does he compliment you greatly when you do something good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but that's kind of the price of honesty. It's the
Yeah,
same like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
how do I look? If he's like, "Yeah, it's good. It's fine." You're like, "Okay." But then when someone gives you a real compliment, like, "Wow, you look great," you know you do.
Yeah.
So I think honesty is important, but sometimes it stings. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's good to be honest, but it's also rude to be honest if you're a guest in their house and they're feeding you. I'm
Are you
joking.
wanting to tell me
I know, I'm
something?
joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
But you only, what I'm pointing at is honesty is probably only reserved for people that like are constant in your life.
do go on. Yes.
I just mean, if I had found it bad, which I didn't,
You wouldn't
it,
say it.
it, it would be so unacceptable to ever say that, right?
Ah, it's a tough one. I mean,
Surely.
so, like, my in-laws have come to my house before and said, "This is not good." I made
But
my
you're,
son's first year, like his first birthday cake with like oatmeal and all these things, and my mother-in-law told me it tasted like dog food, like with a straight face. I was like, "Wow, that is honest."
right.
But
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to say that. No, I would throw you out for sure.
Interesting. Culture, I suppose. Spanish, bit more brutal,
Yeah.
bit more honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was a fun weekend. And then I guess we kind of settled into it after that. I bought a book for the first time in a long time. I normally do audiobooks, but I actually bought a physical book from the airport, the cliche of me going on holiday, and sat in your hammock or swing and enjoyed reading that with a cup of coffee and the sun. It was great.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Did you
Yeah.
finish the book?
I'm still going on it. I'm quite a slow
Okay.
reader. Yeah.
Are you?
I was quite proud of myself getting halfway through it in the holiday.
Oh, well,
But
that's good.
yeah, but I mean it's not the biggest book, but yeah. Are you quite quick?
No, I was always the slowest in my class.
Right. So do you find it stressful whenever somebody shows you something and you have to read it in front of them? Like as
How
in
often does that happen in your
well,
adult life? Like, Charlie, stand up and please read aloud the next sentence.
well, I mean in my classes I do that a lot. But no, I mean like if somebody's got a meme to share with you and it's got like a
Mhm.
full like three or four sentences or something. Or like a birthday card or something like, oh, read this
Mhm.
birthday card joke. And it's like, I get quite stressed that they're watching me at the pace that I'm reading. And I'm thinking, I, I can't think of what I'm reading because I'm worried about what they're thinking of the speed of which I'm reading them.
Wow, that is very, very, very interesting. I don't have that experience. What I do is I'm very good at faking things. So instead, like, I won't read every word. I'll read like very much in diagonal. Is that a Spanish phrase? To read in diagonal?
I've never
We
heard
don't
it
say that. Okay, so then it's to scan, basically.
to scan. Right.
So
Ah,
I'll
that's
scan, I'll
powerful.
take like a few words, and then from the few words, I'll like kind of, it's saying this, and then I'll pretend that I know.
Ah,
I mean,
so
this is also something that you get from not speaking a language for a long time and having to just pretend that you know what's happening.
see.
Yeah.
So you will scan it and then like maybe kind of
Yeah.
laugh and then
For
hand
it.
it back to them.
Yeah,
And then what if has that ever gotten you in trouble or that's fine?
definitely. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there, as you say. Like, I'll deal with the
Sorry, I missed that. I
consequences.
missed that. So, oh no. Yeah. So yeah, what else did we do? We went to the city. We saw the Sagrada Familia. We learned
Mhm.
why it's not a cathedral because there's already one there. You can't have
Right?
two cathedrals in one city. So
Yeah,
it's
we
called,
established that.
yeah. And then we came back for Kai's birthday, your son's birthday,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
um, we were going to do some touristy things, but we decided to get some more um, things to throw at the boys, some Velcro hat kind of
Mm,
game, and they loved
right.
it, didn't they?
They loved it. They really, really loved it. But do you wanna
Did they?
describe what it is?
Yes, I suppose I should. Yeah. So you put on a hat that makes you look a bit bald. And then it's got some Velcro strips around it, and they're targets. Like you get 10 points for the bullseye, 5 points, whatever. And then you have these balls that you throw at each other's heads, and you try and hit their target bit. And we thought it only came with one, so we had to buy 2 lots of it, and then there were 4 heads. So there was a whole pack for the whole family. I thought that was great, but you didn't really give it a go. You just gave it to me and Stacey straight away.
Because I thought it should be experimented first by the 2 of you. And you had a lot of fun. I don't like having balls thrown at my head.
Oh, don't
Do you?
Can't get enough of it, Bree. Can't get enough of it. No, I really enjoyed that kind of activity. I like a physical play kind of thing. Stacey likes doing the colouring with my niece. I'm not really good at that. I like the more, throwing balls at each other's face kind of thing.
Yeah. No, but it was really thoughtful of you to buy him something, and he was very excited.
And I think it was at that point that Stacey made the biggest mistake of the trip. And that was when she said, maybe we should babysit for you and you guys can have an evening to yourselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like you said yes quite quickly, but also sort of in a way that made me question it.
Why question?
Well, there was something hidden. You're like, this has never happened before.
It's never happened before. It's never happened before. And let me just say that my kids are very active, as any 4 and 7-year-old are, but like they're extra active. And perhaps due to our parenting style of letting them experiment and run and do a lot of different things, they can be quite rambunctious, quite active, quite, what can we say?
I mean, that word is lovely, rambunctious, yeah.
Rambunctious.
Yeah.
So no one's ever offered because it can be a bit intimidating.
Yeah. I think after that point, they switched on the amp, not the speaker, music, not a little music speaker, an amp. And then they rocked out and just jumped around the sofa and dancing and like almost break dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did that for about 2 hours. And it was at that point that I offended you. I think I offended you, actually. And I said, do you ever get any noise complaints? I thought about that when I went to bed. I was like, that probably offended Bree.
No, it didn't at all.
No. Okay, good. Yeah. But
no, I thought it was funny. It was honest.
Good.
Which I appreciate, as you now know.
But yeah, so then we had the challenge of babysitting them, didn't we?
Yes. So this was on a Tuesday, and the babysitting happened on a Thursday. And Raul, my husband, was saying, I don't know, like, that's a big undertaking to take care of our kids. And I was like, Raul, they're 2 young people without children. They are our only hope. They're the only people who can actually handle them. It's perfect. It's ideal. So the thing is that you were picking them up on a Thursday from school, and then they have activities. So I needed to give you like an itinerary. And
oh boy, you gave me an itinerary. You know, when you get a message, guys, and it's in a WhatsApp and it says see more. It was that long, but it was very useful. It was very, very useful. It was essential, actually. But we kind of left it to the last minute. You threw the Jeep keys at me. I jumped in, then realized it was a manual. And then, going through these narrow lanes in the hills. And we had to find this random school, park in a place that I didn't know whether it was legal to park. And I think you had given our passports to the school or something.
Yeah.
So that the Spanish teacher knew that we were doing it. But I still had to sort of engage with them and sort of point out and then she was like, who are you? I was like, who am I? I'm not an uncle. I'm not a family. I'm just this random man that just met this woman online a year ago. And now I'm picking her kids up.
And now she's trusted me to take care. I never thought about, trusting someone, they come to your house, then you just leave them alone with your children, driving them around, full trust.
Yeah, that was full trust. Yeah. But, we had established a good bond.
For sure. So what was it like? Because
Yeah.
you're two child-free
Mm,
people. You're a
mm.
couple. You're married. It's possible that somewhere down the line, maybe not so far down the line, you have a child. What did it feel like? I'm sure
Yeah.
you were thinking like, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what you were thinking. And because I thought these things. I thought when I saw Crazy Kids, I was like, yeah, uh, but my kids won't be like this.
Oh,
I
I
remember,
see.
let's
I
say.
didn't think that, but we did imagine, like, because we picked one of them up and we took them to the playground. I need to add here, in the itinerary, you said, make sure you've got wet wipes and a poo bag, like a dog poo bag, just
Yeah,
in case,
a roll
a
of
roll, just in case, because Ari likes to poo in the playground, like in the playground.
that's right. It's not in the playground. It's like a corner of the playground.
That's not allowed to.
I know.
You
I don't know
can't
what to
you can't
do.
say, "Oh, it's not that bad. It's just
It is.
next to the playground."
It's so bad. I know. But I
Yeah. He's 4. I'm not good at parenting and like what the age range is, but I'm pretty sure that's not meant to happen at 4. Is that?
that's not meant to happen at 4. That's not meant to happen at 4, but um he just kind of does what he wants.
And then yeah, we picked up Kai from from the what was the
Climbing,
extracurriculum activity? Yeah, climbing.
climbing.
And that was quite a moment because we went all the way downstairs and poked our heads in, and there were about 20 kids looking at us, confused why some adults were there. And then the rock climbing tutor or guy popped his head round and said something very quickly in Spanish. And I had to explain, like, again, I'm not anybody, but I'm here for this random boy. And he had to explain in Spanish that I'm way too early.
That was my fault. My
And
fault in
yeah,
the itinerary.
then we got them back home. And at this point, what were you doing?
Me and Raul went to Barcelona. We took a really long walk through the old town center and went to an exhibit at a museum, the
Nice.
World Photo Press. It's basically all of the most influential photos from the press of the year, which was
Okay.
it was very powerful for sure.
Yeah, lovely.
Mhm.
And that's the first time that you've had a night without the kids for a long time?
A very, very long. I don't remember the last time.
Wow.
I know it's
Wow.
very insane.
Yeah. And how did you and Raoul feel in that case? Because Stacey and I have every waking second just us,
Yeah,
but you've had all 4 of you for ages. How was
yeah,
it just you 2?
yeah. I felt so free. That's an honest answer.
Yeah.
It felt really nice to walk and not have like to walk at a normal adult pace. That's really nice. And then to eat ramen and not have to worry about someone like spilling hot ramen all over you or like eating your food, that kind of thing. It was amazing.
Really
But
nice.
then I was like, okay, we have to get back. I want to be back on time.
Okay. Oh, well, we were having fun.
Wait,
Um,
you weren't actually with them at that time
oh,
because
no, I was doing my lesson actually. Yeah, I sneaked off and did some work while Stacey had to
you
have,
abandoned her.
I abandoned her. It actually really felt like we were living your life because I picked up your kids, drove your car, came back home. I monitored bath time while Stacey was cooking and then got them upstairs, fed them. And then I went down and went into your office with your computer set up and took a call in your environment. So yeah, I felt like I lived your life for 6 hours or something like that.
Completely. And what did it
Yeah.
feel like?
It felt nice. Yeah, it was a good life. I
I
like your
feel like
life.
you're lying. It felt a bit heavier than your normal, like, all you need to worry about is you and what you would like to do.
Yeah, of course. But I've been doing that for a long time and we are looking to have kids. And I think what your kids help me see is that chaos can be fun. Chaos is
Yes.
energy. Chaos is living and it's life. You feel alive. So I've seeked sort of quietness and sort of calm, tranquil, sipping my coffee, overlooking beautiful views for a long time. And I think I'm ready for a bit of a chaotic chapter. And I think they readied me for it.
Well, that's so nice to hear. And I definitely can see that it looks fun and it is fun. And I'll just sounds like I was going to say
Yeah,
but.
there was.
That was like
I
half
think
of a sentence.
I think the but was going to be, but it is all the time.
But
I
it
think
is all the
that's
time.
yeah. I think that
And
will
I,
be the challenge.
it would only be that my whole life becomes about managing energy. That's all, which is fine,
Yeah.
which I've just had to stop. Like, I don't watch Netflix. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. I don't do or partake in any type of activity that could possibly take more energy than I'm willing to give. And that's all, just because I just have to manage it.
Yeah. You still keep up your fitness though. You go swimming quite regularly.
Because for me, fitness like gives me more energy. So I
I
do
see.
have a regular routine of gym and swimming
Yeah.
and yoga and hiking. But I wake up early to do those things and go to bed
Yeah.
early to be able to wake up early.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very disciplined with that. Did that come easy for you?
I mean, waking up early did not, but I am a very, very self-disciplined person. That's something that is, I would say, easy for me. If I decide that something's important, then I make it happen. But waking up early is not easy for me.
Right.
Wasn't at the beginning.
Yeah. And I started to get that kind of understanding of who you are. And then we went for tapas on the last night.
Yeah, that was so fun.
But yeah, and then we got on the plane and back we went. And Stacey picked up a nasty cold and cough from you, and she was coughing
Yeah,
for 3 weeks or so. But you know, that
I'm
was a
sorry.
good reminder of how fun it was.
I
But
had
yeah,
a terrible cough while you were here, and apparently I gave it to your wife.
yeah. But actually, to be fair, I respected you massively for that because you were pretty much sleepless the whole way through that trip. Because you were like, did I keep you up? I'm like, what? And you're like, I was coughing all the way through the night. I was like, I didn't notice. And you was just like, okay, let's go enjoy the day. I'm like, oh my God, she didn't sleep at all. And you got
Yeah.
kids. Oh, terrible.
Yes, you just get a high pain tolerance.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That would be a big challenge for me. Lack of sleep. But there we go. Again, thank you so much for allowing us into your home and your family. It was really fun.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming and babysitting the kids
Yeah.
and trusting that I wasn't that type of like crazy lady with cockroaches and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, right back at you. Not that we would bring cockroaches, but that we weren't anything that you hadn't imagined, maybe.
I think it's important that that when you meet someone in a work setting, online setting, both, that I think it can be easy to maybe portray something that you're not, right? Do you think that's true?
Yes. Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And you are you. Like the person you are on your podcast, the person you are when it's just you and I talking, the person you are when you come here with your wife and are taking care of my kids, you're like the same person, which is so cool.
Okay, that's good to hear. I like that. Yeah, because I feel like on a podcast you try to be the best version of yourself, and that's
Yeah.
why I feel like it's quite fun to have podcast conversations with your friends because you get the best version of them in a chat with you, and I think it's
Yeah.
quite exhilarating. But I'm
Yeah.
glad that our everyday was somewhat similar. That's nice. Yeah. I actually said that about you at the tapas. I was like, I knew who you were very quickly, and that is exactly who I met. It was fun.
It was fun. It was really fun. And yeah, let's see when me and the whole family come and stay with you in your house. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
let me get a house big enough. Yeah. Well, we're going to Portugal for 3 months in January, and Raoul was interested in that because I
Yeah,
said, "Are
for
you
sure.
coming to England ever?" And he was like, "No."
No, he's honest. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
No thanks.
Yeah, but Portugal, that is interesting.
Yeah. Come to Porto. Yeah. We will leave it there. Thank you very much,
Okay.
guys, for listening to the end of this one. See you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. That was such a fun one. I think you could probably hear that I enjoy speaking with Charlie. He always makes me laugh, and I really just loved reminiscing with him about his trip here. Honestly, it was so special to look back at how a simple podcast collaboration turned into a real life friendship. If you would like to listen to that original episode that I helped him work on, it is episode 68, and I will leave you a link in the show notes. If you'd like to hear more from Charlie, you can check out the British English Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also follow him on Instagram at the British English Podcast, or you can visit his website, thebritishenglishpodcast.com. Next week, I am back with a brand new story. And if you want more stories, tools, and simple mindset shifts to help you communicate with clarity and confidence, you can sign up for my newsletter at intostory.com. Okay, until next time, I hope that you have a good time, or at least a good story to tell.